Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Before we get into today's subject matter, which happens to be about the pink-haired trans activist known as Alok Van Manon, I don't know Alok's name, but evidently Alok seemed to change Alok's look every time I see Alok in a new video, and Alok always has something new to say about gender ideology and the like, because if it's one thing that we know about trans activists is they're all about indoctrinating young kids into the crazy idyllic world that they've made up for themselves. Anyway, we'll get into that in just a moment. But if you haven't already gotten a Woke Dingbats t-shirt, this video is a perfect example of why you should be getting a Woke Dingbats t-shirt, because a look is a what? A woke dingbat, ladies and gentlemen. But you can get one right now. The link is available in the show description. They are $40. They are $35 to make, meaning I make nothing from it. But it also means that you guys are getting a quality t-shirt that is going to last for a very, very long time. And imagine the kind of conversations you're going to have with a Woke Dingbats t-shirt when you wear it out loud and proud. I can't wait to see you guys in it. And up until I'm recording this on the 4th of April, so this will be going live on the 5th of April, but up until the 14th of April, and all of you that have made an order already are already in the running for this. But if you make an order between today, the 4th of April, all the way up until the 14th of April, you'll all go in the running to win. One of you will win a free signed copy of my book, The Path of an Eagle. Not that the signature means something now, but maybe it will in the future. Who knows? So why in the world are you guys waiting? Get to the link in the show description and make your order right now, and I'll choose it randomly, and the winner will also be announced on the 15th of April. Okay, my friends, let's turn our attention to Alok Van Manon. I think that's Alok's name. I don't really care. But anyway, the pink-haired trans activist who says the reason people are opposed to pornography books in schools and the reason why normal people defend the sex binary, or according to Alok, it's a gender binary, but that's just how we know that we're on a different page, because gender is this spectrum for the trans activists, but for us, it's just male and female. It's an actual binary. But according to Alok, the reason why we defend it so staunchly and the reason why we don't want pornography books in schools is because we are loveless people. Did you know that? I've got no love in my life because I can't embrace ideologies that are grounded in lies and actually aren't really love. Because if it's one thing that I know about love, it's not to accept something that you can't even love about yourself to begin with and how you were born. So have a watch of Alok share why we're all loveless, ladies and gentlemen. That's news to me. But anyway, have a watch.
Reason people defend the gender binary so ferociously, attempt to ban books about gender literacy, disappear gender nonconforming people from public life is because they don't want to confront their lovelessness. That awareness that they've never been allowed to be free. It's easier to romanticize the unfreedom, decorate and accessorize it, mistake dissociation as an identity and a virtue, wear it like a badge or a family heirloom. So many would rather die than give it up. And all this pain, it shows up as resentment and retribution against gender nonconforming people. How dare you make freedom real? How dare you make heaven on earth? I thought we had to wait for joy. I thought that wasn't possible. People are made to destroy their own creativity, their own simultaneity, their own gender nonconformity in order to receive love from their families and societies. If they don't see gender nonconforming people, then they don't have to see the parts of themselves that they had to cut out in order to be loved. If they don't see us, then they don't have to see their own pain. Their grief is so calcified, it takes the form of anger.
I certainly don't want to confront my lovelessness because, yes, I am totally loveless because apparently I defend the gender binary so ferociously because I don't want young kids to be indoctrinated with this rubbish. No young kid is born in the wrong body. That is just a fact of life. Get over yourself, Alok. Honestly, if you can't accept the fact that kids, and again, why do you want to go after kids and tell kids that they can be something that they're actually not? That's actually ridiculous. And you say that books on gender literacy. Notice how it's gender literacy and not like sex literacy. There's a big difference in that. Okay. When you've got a gender, they call it a spectrum, right? So you can have over 100 something genders according to a look, or all the other trans activist types. You've got over 100 something genders. So they'll put in a book and it'll be so explicit that no child should ever read what is in some of those books found in schools. Honestly, they are disgusting. And why do adults seem to think that kids need to know this sort of stuff, this sort of nonsense at a young age? It goes well beyond my understanding. That's why we so ferociously defend our kids' innocence, because these dingbats want to go after it and they want to ruin it. And it makes me wonder, why? Why? You say, oh, we're loveless, but yet you can't even love yourself enough to be who you really were supposed to be. How does that work exactly? Oh, I've got to be something that I'm actually not in order for me to love myself. You know, the LGBT community is all about love, self-pride, and all that sort of other stuff. And I'm going, no, real love, if you look at it from a logical perspective, ain't anything to do with what these guys are actually promoting. Real love, there's so many different forms. There's sacrificial love. There's agape love. There's so many types of love. But these dingbats are only after, well, what they interpret to be love for them. And that is, we will take over, and anyone else that decides to go against us, oh, they're just loveless. They're loveless individuals. They can't embrace what we have to offer. And apparently what they have to offer ain't love. It's debauchery. It's evil. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's overtly sexual. That ain't love, man. I don't know about you, but we've got a very totally different perspective on what heaven on earth means. How dare you be free? Yeah, you're definitely free to be a woke dingbat, that's for sure. You're doing a very good job at that. How dare we condemn you guys, gender non-conforming people, whatever the bloody hell that means. You can't even explain it. Oh, we don't conform to societal norms on biology. We don't believe in biology is exactly what you're saying, because we live on this fantasy land in the clouds. Look at us. But yet we want everyone in reality to follow along with our delusional dingbattery. Let's do that. Let's take everyone with us. And if they don't, then they are hateful, they are spiteful, they are loveless beings. And they don't want to really be here because they're not truly free. They haven't embraced what we've got to offer, ladies and gentlemen, according to a look. And according to a look, that is true freedom. True freedom to express yourself sexually in the world by acting a particular way, painting your hair. I don't care if you paint your hair. I don't care if you do something weird, but do not force me to accept this as reality. No, thank you. Do not even try to attempt to say that I am loveless and you're the loveful one. Don't even attempt to go there, mate. And secondly, or thirdly, whatever point I'm on at the moment, don't even attempt to go after young, innocent kids. Leave them the hell alone. And maybe, just maybe, the world may get along quite fine. But no, you guys have got to take it an extra step, haven't you? You got to go the extra mile, because some dingbat was like, maybe. You know how we're going to spread this? Let's indoctrinate the kids. Let's have drag queens with story time. And if anyone goes against that, let's blast them to kingdom come as being hateful, bigoted individuals, being transphobic or homophobic or any other phobics that they want to put out there. You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. And that's why you guys should get a woke dingbat shirt, because there's plenty of woke dingbats out there like a look. Maybe I should send one to the bugger. Like, honestly. Anyway, I'm not the loveless one. I've got plenty of love in my life. Thank you very much. And if you want to know what real love is, get yourself a dog. That's my answer. Get yourself a dog, and then you'll know what real love truly is, the purest form of love. If a dog doesn't care about gender non-conforming or whatever the bloody hell they want to put out there, why should I? Seriously, just go about your life. I don't care how you swing in the bedroom. I can't control that. Just don't plaster it out in the world. I don't give a crap. It's evil anyway. It goes against what the Bible says, but I can't do anything about it until Jesus comes back. But anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.